Aaron Rodgers had an appearance on a Pat McAfee show, and he said that 2025 is looking like it's about to be the last season. And he said a little bit more. What does that mean for him? What does that mean for the Pittsburgh Steelers? And Cleveland Brown wide receiver Deontay Johnson said a quarterback is emerging to be the starter. You won't believe who it is. Y'all know me and Steve are going to talk about it and break it all down right after this.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Steve-O. So if y'all locked in and tuned in, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. It's the dog days of the summer where we ain't got nothing popping, nothing, but we still bringing y'all this good NFL content. Steve-O, what's the word?
What's good, bro? Trying to get another 12 up out of here.
But hey, my man's Aaron Rodgers definitely did his appearance on Pat McAfee show, and he said a lot of things, and was pretty much said that this is his farewell tour. Hopefully, my man's Draymond Green ain't gonna enter the football field and say, "What you thought you was Kobe?" No, I'm just playing. But hey,
They
he
don't
went
even
on
like you like that, dog.
on the real.
And they literally don't. That's the fucked up part. They don't like his ass.
Crazy work. But hey, he went on to say this. That's why when he was asked about it, he said that's why we just did a 1-year deal. Steelers didn't need to put any extra years on that or anything. This was really about finishing with a lot of love and fun and peace for the career that I've had. I mean, I played freaking 20 years, It's been a long run and I've enjoyed it. What better place to finish than in one of the cornerstone franchises of the NFL with Mike Tomlin and a great group of leadership and great guys in a city that expects you to win. Steve-O, you think Aaron Rodgers really about to retire?
No, I don't like, and it's not. No, that'd be a lie if I said that. To be quite frank with you, I was about to say when it comes to the quarterback position and it comes to this time in any quarterback career, I really don't believe anything they say because we know it's just an eternal struggle to go out on the right thing. It's kind of like with wrestlers; they have a real tough time having that last match because they wanted to be on their terms, how they want it, and they always feel like they could do more or they could still be doing their thing, but also, on top of that, it's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is also somebody that plays the media game, never know what he's thinking. He say one thing, does another. So I would be I would be stupid to think that he just be to take him at his word because he's said so many other times about certain other things, including the big old "I'm immunized." Like he plays with words. He plays. He talks in parodies. He talks in that motherfucker study Jesus and other motherfuckers. Because I'll tell you, he talking parables. Like that's what he does. So like when it comes to him, and like I said, when it comes to the QB position, it's hard until they just don't come back. That's when I feel.
For
That's
sure.
the same thing with Tom Brady. We didn't believe him till he didn't come back.
He says that when he does retire, his plan is to pretty much go private. He doesn't like being in the public light. He hates being a celebrity. So
Bye
maybe
bye.
maybe some truth to it. But I think that Aaron Rodgers, bet I think it's time, bro. You since them you had 3 good opportunities up in Green Bay. I'm not saying you were supposed to go and win a championship, but damn, you was damn near supposed to be at least in an NFC championship because once out of those 3 years, you went back to back as an MVP. Then you went over there with the Jets 1 year. The Achilles happened. Then you came back. Didn't really start playing well until the back half of the season where y'all was pretty much done. And now you going on to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I believe ain't about to do much. And hey, if I'm proven wrong, I'll be proven wrong. But I'm just not really a believer of Aaron Rodgers right now being able to help the Pittsburgh Steelers get that one playoff win that they've been desperately, crying for a while now. I think that he could go out there and have a hell of a season, but I think we still got to go out and see it. And nobody could really take nothing from him. He is a great ass quarterback. He just underwhelmed a little bit, but we know how talented he always was, and we'll see what happens with that. But Steve-O, now that we kind of leaning into this could be my last year, does that change your perspective on the outlook of the Steelers this season?
No. Why? Why would it? Like, if you what's the biggest difference between his team last year versus the team this year?
DK Metcalf,
But
Calvin Austin, Robert Woods.
but he had his damn best bud there.
Are you talking about New York? Alan
Yeah.
Lazard.
Yeah. Didn't he get Buddy too? Didn't Buddy come
Oh,
to
he
New
did
York?
have Randall Cobb the first year. He was in
Yeah.
New York.
No. Didn't he get um dude 17? What's his name?
Oh, Adams, Devontae
Yeah.
Adams.
Didn't he get a Devontae too?
He definitely did.
So if he could have made with all his compadres back together at once, what makes y'all think with a subpar ass DK and Calvin out or whoever the fuck you just said?
Calvin
What
Austin.
like the only thing that I would say maybe they got the ups on defense slightly, and that's mostly on that D line. But outside of that, you looking at the same team you were just on.
Mm.
And you had more chemistry with the players that you was on with last year. So you coming in with not knowing no damn body on this O-line, not knowing nobody in that wide receiver room, not knowing nobody in the damn whole facility. So yeah, I've been here still a fan. He's justly what I need. If he was in New York with a solid line, players he's played with before, comfortable, and he didn't look like Aaron. He just gonna wake up and be Aaron just because he got DK?
His dad look like a red Baron pizza.
A Jets pizza on my mama. A squared ass pepperoni Jets pizza with no sauce.
Hey, it's just interesting to see, bro. And we talking about offensive line and defensive line. That Steelers O-line got a lot to prove. They did go out there and make some young, you know what I'm saying, improvements for the last few years with young players that they drafted. But TJ Watt still ain't on the field, big dog. He want his money on. He want his money.
Yep.
So, we know that that's a big catalyst for that Pittsburgh Steelers team. And like we went over plenty of times, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they got a hell of a schedule that they got to go through this season. Steve-O, some of the quarterbacks he going to be playing is crazy. He playing Josh Allen. He playing Caleb Williams. He playing Lamar Jackson. I believe he's going to be playing Jared Goff. He's going to be playing Jordan Love because he's going back there. He's going to be playing. And I think they got Justin Herbert on the schedule. They playing some really good fucking teams as the Pittsburgh Steelers. And yeah. Are we gonna get some type of resemblance? I kind of heard some people talking the other day, and it was like, if he could just give us 80% of Brett Favre's Minnesota season, he ain't Brett Favre, bro. I'm just saying. And that's not that when I say that Aaron Rodgers is not Brett Favre, I'm not saying talent-wise. I'm saying that Brett Favre at the end of his career, in the middle of his career, at the start of his career, that motherfucker wasn't scared to run out of the pocket and make some shit happen with his legs. Aaron Rodgers, he could still be mobile, but Brett Favre was the gunslinger. He wasn't afraid to throw interceptions. He was going to throw that bit. Aaron Rodgers, we know for the last few years, Aaron Rodgers does not like interceptions. If he don't feel comfortable making a throw, he's not throwing it. He's not going to put a lot of footballs in harm's way, in my personal opinion. He hasn't done that in a while. So Brett Favre type of hoorah out the door, I don't know.
And
What you
he's
think?
fearless. And we know that's something that's out of his character to be that fearless. We know, I mean, not in the past few years because the interception has dropped, but we know his mindset is to take care of the ball. So I don't think he's gonna go out there and put himself on the line, put the ball on the line just to make some shit happen. He don't even sound like he ready to win. He just saying, fuck it. It's my last year to me. So it's like, if I'm a Steelers fan, then I'm damn near looking at it like when D-Wade came to the Bulls. Like, bro, we wanted your ass 15 years ago. Don't
Oh,
fuck up your
bro,
punk ass now.
we wanted you a long time ago. Now you just want to come show face.
Right. Oh, I'm in a franchise play. I'm
Man, we
in
know that
one of
you
the
and
top
Mike Tomlin.
franchise.
Bro, we knew him and Mike Tomlin had googly eyes for a long time. Remember they was on the side, he was on the field, and they was winking at each other and shit.
Should took your ass this to the Jets.
Facts. Then you could have had good 3-4 seasons that potentially. Steve-O, do the Steelers make the playoffs this season? I
No,
don't have them making the playoffs.
no. They don't have no easy schedule. Like you said, the offense still is remain to be seen of how they gonna produce. And like I said, this wide receiver room ain't shit to me. It just ain't. DK is not a one. And y'all finna treat him as such. See how that work.
Oh, we gonna see what happens with it though. We gonna see what happens with Aaron Rodgers. If when he does retire, he still will go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. It's just that y'all see the C on my hat. I got a little, you know what I'm saying, bias, but we tried to keep it up as objective as possible. Can he help him win some games? Maybe, but I'm not that confident because I just don't believe what the Steelers are doing right now. I believe they completely botched their offseason. Me personally. Just sitting there waiting on him. You could have still drafted Shador or somebody else young and told his ass to sit the fuck down. Aaron Rodgers come start. Boom. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
You learn from a fucking Hall of Fame quarterback. But no, they didn't do that. So we'll see how this season pans out and how quickly, Steve, just real quick before we go, I'm about to move on. We're going to see how quickly Arthur Smith and Aaron Rodgers get tired of each other. We've had to see how quick they
I
get
didn't
tired
even
of
think
each other.
about that. Like that dynamic might not look good. Like I never thought about that. Yeah, that yeah. Like you gonna see that motherfucker sideline all yeah. I get 2 weeks before you start seeing that.
Arthur Smith couldn't get right with preacher man Russell Wilson. So just saying. Just
Man,
saying.
man.
But hey, before we get up out of here, Steve-O, I got something that's gonna make everybody that's listening right now, including yourself, that's part of the episode, y'all finna laugh. According to wide receiver of the Cleveland Browns, Deontay Johnson, new addition, by the way, to them. I think that's if he shows up, he'll be a good addition with Jerry Jeudy. If it's a big if. This man was on the Sports and Suits podcast, and they asked him about who do he think is going to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Deontay Johnson, out of his mouth, said, I think we're going to roll with Kenny Pickett for right now. What you think, bro? What you think?
Quite frankly, I don't think there's too many people that actually values the opinion of Deontay Johnson, being that I like to call him monthly because he always on the team monthly. He's never on the team for a full year. So like you talking all this like you may not even be here before fucking Thanksgiving. You
That's
have a
crazy.
like you have it you've been with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Carolina, Baltimore, Houston, and Baltimore again. How you get fired for the same team twice?
Because he was on BS. He wasn't dedicated. My thing is, and if you had an opportunity to play for Boston and play for Houston, who needed wide
Baltimore,
receiver
not
help,
Boston. Baltimore.
yeah, my bad. Baltimore, if you Deontay Johnson, you had an opportunity to play for a Baltimore and play for a Houston who has two really good quarterbacks and was in the playoffs last season, and they could very well use your services moving forward, especially the Houston Texans with Tank Dell going
Big
down
down is
and
especially
Stephon
him.
gone, and then Nico Collins kind of in and out. And then with Baltimore, them trying to figure out all their wide receiver stuff, you could have solidified yourself a spot for the next year or two. No, you got cut. Come on, bro. I think Kenny Pickett can come in and give you 3 games. And he won't totally screw it up. After the 3rd game, count your days.
Literally.
It's gonna be nothing but headaches and drinks because that's it.
Throw it up his back because you're gonna be stressed the fuck
And
out.
I think Kenny Pickett is a good backup. He can come in for he come in for a couple relief games. But to say he gonna start a whole season, well, he ain't say he gonna start a whole season, but to insinuate or kind of imply that he's good to start a whole season, nah, I can't do it.
And
He went to Pitt and had the whole state behind him when he was in Philly.
and my thing is for I'm sure most Cleveland fans ain't clamoring for that because they've had plenty of Kenny Pickett's in their franchise,
Ooh,
so they already know what the fuck he
ooh,
brings to the table. So, I like I said, I know what he talking with. Nobody values what that man talking about. We know the type of person he is. We know the type of player he is. At this point, you not even locked in to make the damn roster your damn self.
yeah.
They ain't even rolling with you. You talking about we rolling with Kenny Pickett? They ain't even know. We're not sure if they rolling with you.
That shit is crazy, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. What was Buddy name? That was their quarterback, Deshaun Kaiser. Was that his name?
Oh yeah, out of Notre
Oh my
Dame.
God, was he such a tragedy?
Out of
Bro
Notre
has to
Dame.
be
I
bro
mean,
has to be in the arm of a defensive tackle going to the ground. He like, fuck it, I ain't going to the ground with the ball. That shit used to be crazy, bro. Oh my God, bro.
bro, Deshaun Kaiser, like, bro,
Yeah,
they done had so many bad ones. I can't even remember all of them.
bro.
Kaiser, that was a bad one.
That was terrible, bro. That was terrible. Yeah,
It's
they
sad that
definitely
y'all.
did
It's
have some
sad
bad
to
ones.
this day. Y'all best quarterback was Baker.
Facts. And they let him go too soon. Y'all should let him get that
I
shoulder
I
right.
I 100% agree with you. 100 because I ain't gonna lie, he got a nice little thing going down in Tampa Bay right now.
For real. He consistently in the playoffs these last few years. Once that shoulder got right, he was good to go. He was the last one that got y'all a playoff appearance. Sean Watson ain't do that. Your owner got thirsty for freaky man.
Sad world out here, folks. Sad world.
Crazy work. But hey, Kenny Pickett, good luck, big dog. All jokes aside, good luck. I still think that it should be Shador, or you know what I'm saying. If not right now, give him an opportunity. I say, may the best man win. If it's Kenny Pickett, go ahead with it. But at the end of the day, my plan is, Steve-O, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even if Kenny Pickett start the first few games, you got to figure out if
In
one
a
of
way.
these young quarterbacks can do something for you before you go into 2026, because they got 2 first-round picks in 2026. 2 first-round picks in 2026. You gotta give these young guns opportunity to see if they could be a part of your future, just in case you got to pivot to one of the quarterbacks coming
Not
out
for
in
real.
2026.
And I can guarantee you it ain't Dylan.
My man's been
It
saying
ain't
that
Dylan.
since Dylan was drafted. He been letting y'all know how he feel.
It
They say
ain't Dylan.
Dylan a professional, bro. All right, man. It's time to get up out of here. Steve-O, you got anything left?
Nah, folks. I'm done. It ain't Dylan. That's all I gotta say. It
But
ain't Dylan.
yay. But hey, we appreciate y'all, man. Let us know how y'all feeling about all discussed today. Before y'all get up out of here, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. NFL Central. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. We definitely been more consistent with the videos. So tune in, lock in, and enjoy some of these conversations that we bring in for y'all just about every single team. We done touched on damn near every team. We have touched on every team. Go ahead and show love, man. Your team could be right here. You can enjoy some conversations about some other people's team. But it is what it is. But we believe we the number one spot for all thing NFL. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, lock in, and rock out. But we appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always love football. And we gonna catch y'all on the next one. For sure. Peace.